What's up, guys? Let's wait for a couple people to show up and then we'll get started. What's up, guys? What'd you guys all trade today? Let's do this thing. What'd you guys think of boot camp? All right, I guess we're still waiting for people to get in here. Traded opportunity for sleep. Sounds like Bow. Awesome. Glad you guys like boot camp. Awesome. Hell yeah. All right, fuck it. We'll start. This is gonna be a quick, quick recap. I'm in my room. It's dark outside. It was raining a little bit, so I'm kind of just gonna be doing laps in my room. So let's talk quickly about boot camp and how that went, and then I'm gonna talk about my trades for the day and how I use what I was kind of talking about at boot camp to kind of improve myself. So boot camp, shit, man. We had so much fun, right? So we didn't really know what to expect when we were throwing this event, right? Because, we're traders first. We don't really know what we're really doing. It's a team of 4 people, myself, Bao, Tosh, and Nico. And, we're kind of learning on the fly. So, we kind of underestimated how much work this whole event was going to be. And we didn't really know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? We tried to do our best. And we hoped that the members would kind of understand that if it went a little bit shitty, that, it was kind of our first time that, we were doing something like this. So we went in with a plan in mind of how much we're willing to spend for this event. And we went over budget by 3 or 4 times that amount. And the reason why is because, shit, man, we paid for almost everything there. We paid for the food on Friday night. We paid for the event on Saturday. There was food at the event. We paid for the after party on Saturday. There was a band at the after party. There was food there. There was a bunch of shit. And, our mentality was fuck, man. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this the right way. And that's what I kind of feel like we accomplished, right? That's what I feel like we accomplished. So, yeah, it sounded like everyone had a good time. I had a great time. But the best part was kind of just meeting everyone and attaching a face to the names that we see online all the time. And the quality of people that showed up was amazing, right? We had over 100 members that showed up, right? And you don't really know what to expect from people that you've met online or you've heard about online until you meet them in real person. And I was personally blown away by how amazing everyone really was there, right? I was blown away by the quality of the members that we have, right? And to me, that's what matters the most out of anything else, is that we have an amazing group of traders that are there to help other people improve day by day. And, it was so cool kind of, we really, again, like I said, we didn't know what we were doing. We were a team of 4 and almost every single member kind of came up to me and they're like, hey, can I help you set up? Or is there something that I can help you out with, right? And to me, that's more valuable than anything else. Having members that kind of realize that this shit is not easy and that we need help. And Joe Kelly, he did all the audio for the event. And without him, we would have been screwed probably. Or we had other members kind of help him pass out booklets or helping set up the mouse pads and helping set up everything. And it was just awesome, right? It was just an awesome experience. And I'm so glad that we did it. I'm so glad that everyone had fun. Bao was drunk the last day and, he's not going to put on a show for anyone. He's not going to turn into someone he's not just because, he was being himself. And I think people really respected that and really appreciated that. So again, this was all being a Bao's mentality. He couldn't make it to the other meetup. So he's like, fuck it, dude, let's throw an event. And we didn't really know how much work this shit was going to be. So, there's going to be another event in the future, but the reality is it's not going to be in a month. It's not going to be in 2 months. We need more time to set up. We need more hands to set up. And shit, man, I hope that everyone that came this time could, show up again, and we'll do it all over again. Like, it's fun, man. Like, we're learning together, we're joking together, we're having food together, we're having drinks together, we're all networking together, we're all learning together, and fuck, like, it doesn't get much better than that. So let's kind of go back to my trading and what happened, right? So we had an Airbnb, me, Nico, and Tosh, and Bao kind of came to the Airbnb almost every single day. And, he slept at his own place or his girlfriend's place. He didn't really need to sleep with us. But, while we were there, while we were all together, aside from just getting drunk and enjoying each other's company, we all kind of spoke about how we could kind of help each other improve trading, right? So Bao just kind of flat out told me, he's like, dude, you're not trading well. The money is good, the numbers are good, but you are not trading well. And he gave me some advice on how I could kind of improve my trading. This was like a one-on-one mentorship session that we had that was kind of cool, and it was like unplanned, and like, I don't know, it was really natural and organic. And basically he just told me, dude, you are sizing in, anticipating the breakout, right? You are anticipating the breakout rather than adding in when it confirms. So you're being too early because you get too excited by the opportunity, which is 100% right. So I see the opportunity and I want to capitalize on it too early. So that causes me to oversize in too early, which is a big, big problem that I need to fix. So I really took that to heart, man, because he's like, dude, you are talented. You are good at what you do. But, sometimes you just blow your load too early, and that's just the truth, right? That's just the truth. So, whenever Bao is saying something like this to me, I'm not just going to say, oh, like, fuck it, you don't know what you're talking about, or just, like, brush it off. This guy has been doing this for years, and he is my mentor, right? So I'm going to listen to whatever he's saying and try to improve, because I know that's what it's going to take for me to get better trading, right? So fast forward today to IGC, or fast forward even earlier today. Bao texted me at 7 or 8 in the morning, and he's like, dude, what's moving? What's happening? I'm like, dude, I'm in bed. I'm sick. I don't feel like moving. I'm not going to work today. Like, my plane landed late last night. Like, I'm just beat to shit. Like, I don't want to do anything today. I don't want to do anything. We were working hard on the boot camp, and we were exhausted, right? So I wanted to kind of use this as my day off, or kind of use this to relax. So, that 7 a.m. Bao was like, all right, perfect. I don't want to work either. No problem. And then by the time 9 a.m. rolled around, I was like, fuck, man, like, I'm not really doing anything else. Might as well just go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling sick. I'm not really feeling too good, but, I'm not the type of guy to just sit in bed and really do nothing all day, right? So I kind of showed up, and I didn't really see anything that was exciting. CLDC was an interesting one, and I couldn't get a borrow on it, so I kind of just avoided it. And fast forward to IGC. So the whole day today, I went in with the mentality that, I'm going to use small size on this setup until it confirms. There's no need to anticipate the breakdown. I usually see clear as day, and I don't need to be early on this setup, right? So here I am trading sick, and the market's open, and I don't have a plan for anything. So I said to myself, I'm going to limit myself. I'm going to limit my size a little bit, right? So, obviously it may seem like a lot of size to everyone else, but I limited myself to 15,000 shares. And I said to myself, I'm only going to be using 15,000 shares, maybe 20,000 shares, the maximum, on the front side of the move, and just scalp around the core like Bao's been telling me every fucking day. He's like, scalp around the core until it confirms, build yourself a padding that you could use to risk on later in the day. And that's exactly what I did. I was scalping around. I built myself, a $3,000 or $4,000 padding with 15,000 shares. So I was doing pretty well on day, and I'm just like, I'm not here to make a shitload amount of money every day. I'm here to make the best trades while also being the least stressed as possible, right? So, fast forward to the action a little bit, maybe around 10 a.m. or like 9:45, something like that. It kind of speeds up and goes to 6. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, this is getting interesting. So it goes to 6, and then it slams down to 560. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is a pretty hard rejection. You know what I'm saying? This makes sense. So that was my first sign of confirmation that I needed. So what did I need after that? I needed to see a bounce, a lower high, and a breakdown to say to myself, okay, this is confirmed and this is broken. And I now have the permission to size in. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. So it kind of did from $6 to $5.60, and it bounced to $5.70, $5.80. And I just, as a reaction, not even kind of realizing what the hell I was doing, I was sizing into that. I was sizing into that lower high because it's like a reflex that I had. I was reacting to that breakdown. You know, I've seen it happen so many times, and here I was with a clear head and prepared for it, and I sized into that breakdown. And what ended up happening? It broke down to 550, which was where VWAP was. And I thought to myself, you know, $half mark coupled with VWAP, this is probably going to bounce at the first attempt. So what did I do? I covered half my position there. I locked it in. You know, I had a size position, so I locked it in around the core. And fast forward, that was almost dead bottom at that point, and it bounced. So now I'm thinking to myself, shit, I traded very well. I had size. I locked it in around the core, and it's bouncing. I have some more realized gains that I can now risk on this bounce to size back up. And exactly what happened is it bounced to 570, and then it broke the 550, tested 530, went down to 520. I covered my position, and I look at my P&L, and I'm just like, holy shit, like I had an amazing day just doing the right thing today. I really was actually very proud of my trading today because, you know, I took what Bao said to heart, and I listened to him, and I stayed small in the beginning. I waited for the confirmation that I've seen so many times. I loaded up into it. I worked around the core. I scalped around it, and I optimized the most of the situation. And I was like, holy shit, like I just made a great amount of money. Like that's awesome. Like I did the right thing. Like my mentality was awesome. And fast forward, it's past 10:30, it's 11 o'clock. And I said to myself, if Bao was here, he would slap my face if I was still trading on the day. Having a good day, trading well, and staying past 10:30 is just stupid. It's a recipe for disaster, right? It's a recipe for disaster. So I left, right? I left. And it was the best thing that happened to me because here we are. The shit went to $6 and $6.50. I would have been trapped. I would have been giving back all my gains. And I would have felt like I made a huge step backwards, right? I would have felt like I did the right thing in the morning and then a huge step backwards by the end of the day. And look, man, I was really happy with the way I handled it because now going into tomorrow, I have a clear mind. I have profits. I have a good mentality that, shit, man, hopefully I'm going to nail it again. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set a maximum size for myself on the front side, being 10 or 15,000 shares, telling myself, you know, even if I'm wrong, you know, 30, 40 cents on that, that's only like $5,000, which is essentially nothing for me. That averages a lot more than that a day. So if I'm keeping my losses in check, if I'm mitigating myself on the front side, when that confirmation does finally show itself, I'm going to attack like a fucking vicious animal on that while also working around the core and making sure I lock it in well. You know what I'm saying? I make sure that I lock it in well. And that was the great part of today. So boot camp was awesome because this is what I was talking about when I was speaking on Saturday. I was literally saying that I want to reduce my size and wait for the confirmation rather than anticipate it. And here I am today, almost by accident, making a good amount of money by trading well. And that's where the saying kind of comes back, and it goes to trade well and the money follows. Today I was sick. I didn't feel like doing shit. You know, I texted Bao telling him I'm not working. And here I was just really not even realizing what the hell that I was waking up for, and I traded well. I reacted. It was a reaction that I kind of had when I saw that breakdown. My mind instantly went to, this is confirmed. This is the right thing to do, and that's where I loaded up. And you know, I wasn't looking for a home run. You know, as soon as I covered it, it went down another 50 cents. I didn't say to myself, shit, I gotta short it. You know, it was past 10:30. It was almost past 11 o'clock, and I said to myself, this is it. I didn't even want to work anyway. I'm sick. Let me just go to the doctor and end my day, right? And yeah, that's basically what I just want to talk about. I want to talk about how, you know, if you trade well, everything follows. I set a max size for myself on the front side of the move. And when the back side of the move did come, when I did see it confirm, I wasn't worried to add size. I wasn't stuck. I wasn't anything. My mind was completely clear. And I've had one of the most stress-free $35,000 days ever. It was awesome. It was awesome. So yeah, guys, let's do a quick Q&A, and then I guess I'm going to go out for drinks and celebrate. Also, if you haven't seen, just think of this shirt. Should we make this shirt available for everyone? Or what do you guys think? Awesome. All right, let's do a quick Q&A, guys. Also, special thanks to Bao for giving me like a one-on-one mentorship session. That's fucking awesome, man. He's an awesome dude. He really wants to see everyone do well. Everyone loves those shirts. That's awesome. We should start a swag store for charity. Yeah, yeah. I like that idea, man. Like, we're all about donating. We're all about kind of giving back. That's why we're still working on this new thing where we're trying to give away, 40 people $500 so that they could get textbooks for school. So equating to almost $20,000 given away to get people to, study better in school and just help them in school. You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing that I think everyone loved is a swear jar. So at the start of boot camp, we had a swear jar. And Bao said that every time he sweared, he would donate $5 to charity until it capped out at $1,000, right? And I feel like 2 hours into it, 3 hours into it, we got to $1,000 very quickly. So we are gonna kind of look for a charity now to donate $1,000 to because of that swear jar. And I think that's awesome. I think we should do that at every event. I think we should always have a swear jar because everyone always complains about swears too much. But yeah. We're gonna first donate $20,000 to charity for the textbooks, $1,000 for the swear jar, and then we'll set up a t-shirt store or whatever else it is and then donate that shit too. We're not doing this for the money. And it's very clear that we're not doing it because we went 3 or 4 times over budget on this boot camp, right? We didn't need to pay for all the food. We didn't need to pay for everything. We didn't need to hire a band. These other people are making $500,000 by doing these seminars. And here we are losing a shitload of money because we're doing it. But it's worth it, man. People loved it. People saw how raw it was and how real it was, right? And that's what matters the most, right? That's what matters the most. So tell me, guys, let's do a Q&A before I get out of here. What's the catch? Hashtag because we can. Oh man, does anyone have that video about? He kind of made a very quick speech at the start of the after party, and he was basically like, the reason why I could do all of this and give you guys all of this is because I can, right? Because we can. And that's the whole thing, right? That's the whole thing. So, this is going to be the start of many. We're going to definitely need a bigger team to help plan this stuff going forward. But shit, man, we're going to try to do this the right way every single time. And we're learning along the way. We're not perfect, but at least we're kind of honest about everything. So again, boot camp was awesome. It was a great way to kind of start my day today with an awesome day, especially after what I was speaking about at boot camp. I implemented it, and it's so nice to see that it's working after implementation. So that helps my mentality a lot. Because we can. Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, guys, let's do a quick Q&A, and then I will wrap it up and go hang out with my friends. My friend Pete, I don't know if you guys know him. I know Bao knows him, but he has a hardware store in New Jersey. And he says that he just signed Sprint as a client. So we're like, shit, man, let's go drink. Let's go party. You got Sprint as a client. You're paying for drinks. I told him top shelf only. So that should be fun. But I don't plan on getting too blacked out tonight because, I want to wake up and trade IGC again, right? This is the curse of loving your job, right? You could go out and party any day that you want, this is the perk of being your own boss. You could go out and party as much as you want all day, every day. But fuck, man, I just don't even want to drink that much because I want to be able to wake up and have a clear head to fucking nail it in the morning, right? I love what I do, and I want to be fucking with the most clear head and clear mind to be able to do that. Also, let me show you guys the brick that my brother got. So this is what it looks like. I think it's $160 he paid for this fucking thing. And it's nothing special. It is nothing special. It's a regular fucking brick. It's a brick. This fucking thing, it's heavy as fuck. It's so heavy. I don't know what the hell he's thinking, bro. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking, man. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit superstitious. I feel like when I got that brick, I started doing well, so maybe I have to bring that brick everywhere with me now. I don't know. Bao has me into all these superstitions now, right? He has me into all these superstitions. So the funniest thing that I did is I didn't shave my beard until I had a losing day. And my shit grew until I was like kind of homeless. And that was really funny to see. So again, it's all fun. We're all kind of having a good time. But at the end of the day, shit, man. What's the point of doing all this shit if you can't have some fun? Save the brick and smash the furu. If we smash the furu with this, he'll say thank you. Shit's $160. It's more money he makes than trading. Actually, that's pretty fucked up. I don't like being that mean. This is so fun, man. This is why we love what we do, man. We're having fun doing it. And what's the point of all this shit if we can't have some fun? All right, guys, let's do a quick Q&A. Yeah, this is the MIC t-shirt. I mean, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Swag. My black ones are dirty. The black t-shirts are dirty because I was wearing it all weekend. But yeah, I'm going to be wearing these. This is the only shit I'm going to be wearing now on. It's either MIC white or MIC black everywhere I go. It's comfortable too, man. We did pretty well for our first try. Again, we don't know what the hell we're doing, but it all just seems to kind of be working out because we're being just honest about it, right? We're just being fucking honest about it. We're honest that we don't know what the hell we're doing. We're not businessmen. We're just fucking traders. And here we are. The Because We Can Foundation. I love it. Oh, so cool, man. So cool. Also, special thanks to Cobra for sponsoring the after party on Saturday. It was really nice of him to pick up the tab, but the type of people that we are, we didn't let him pick up the whole thing, so we're gonna pay for half of it. So special thanks to him. That was unplanned, uncalled for. I think he really just appreciated what we were doing and he wanted to help. Because We Can Foundation. I love it. Yeah, Chad was awesome. Plus, we watched a McGregor fight. It was so cool, man. We had 6 or 7. No, we had a lot more, actually. We had 10 or 15 people watch the McGregor fight. And, it kind of sucked because everyone was a McGregor fan and he got, choked out. Spoiler alert. But, man, it was just cool, getting drunk with all the members and just, watching, a UFC fight together. That was kind of the highlight of my night, man. I just really enjoyed doing that because I love watching UFC fights and what better way to watch it with the members when we're all kind of drunk and having a good time. It's awesome, man. Thank you to the member that was putting it on his phone. Appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks again for coming. Appreciate it. Hope I helped.